So, I've been going through the Facebook Sonic the Hedgehog fan group, which honestly I think has evolved in the recent few weeks. Because everyone's Sonic Booms, Adventure Free predictions, the whole shtick. One of them posted a link to the 4chan archive. And
You'll never find a place of scum and villainy than 4chan.
yeah, you get rid of you chop one head off, two more appear.
Yeah.
This post was put on the 12th of August 2014, and this was before any information on Sonic Runners came out. And luckily, they highlighted all this. This is what the so-called Sonic Team debugger talked about. I'll put a screenshot so you can look. I'm not bullshitting you. Sonic Team working on 25th anniversary game. Internal title is just Sega Sonic 25, but has recently changed to Digital Sonic 25. So, could be anything. We don't know anything like that. It could be Chrono, could be downloadable type only, or it's going to be PC exclusive. We don't know. I don't know why they would do that. Game is a celebration of Sega as a whole, which is basically Sonic Generations 2 without the boost stuff and has Sonic going through the worlds of Sega like All Stars Racing. That's more interesting because I won't mind Sonic running through like Alex Kidd, Puyo Pop, or even Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah, because essentially I've told you this when you told me about this a bit. So it's kind of like, imagine basically what All Stars Racing has done is basically we're racing around worlds of Sega, but imagine it as a platformer now.
Which is odd, because it's supposed to be Sonic's 25th anniversary game, but they kind of make it sound like it's Sega's anniversary, but...
I know, although, because it is funny, because we have talked about this before, about the idea of... Because we prefer it if they do something... I mean, first of all, we don't know if this is truly 100% official. Again, this sort of stuff happens.
The next few points on this we'll bring up. But go on.
But anyway, it's like... But again, as an idea, I was thinking... Because we did talk at one point, I was thinking, where do you go after Generations if you were to do another celebration type game?
Yeah, because I think if you're going to do a celebration type game for Sonic, a 25th anniversary would be more ideal, since that is generally the silver point. I mean, a 10th anniversary is a bronze, but a 20th anniversary, that is a good celebration. But honestly, you kind of shot out a bit early for a celebration 5 years later. Oh, we've got another big celebration coming up. You're going to do this every 5 years. Or even then, between Generations and Generations 2, if there's anything to go by, we've only had one Sonic title.
Yeah, that was trying to do something slightly different.
The next, it says in a couple of side projects, 3/4 of the Lost World team is working on Digital Sonic 25, but the team itself is much larger, taking notes from a lot of figureheads from Sega's past. There was a number of others working on 2 projects. The next one, Sonic Runners, is a mobile game with a bit of pay-to-win in there. I haven't worked on it personally, but what I hear is going to be an addictive, fast-paced platforming.
Yeah, so this was, again...
This was in August 2014. No one knew anything about Runners. We didn't know about Runners until, like, late, kind of November-ish.
Yeah.
And then when the soft launch came out in February, then we had to wait until about May or June to actually play the game. Yeah.
But like I said, it is worth mentioning that, again, for all we know, this is probably true, but at the same time, if people who work in gaming industry may know this better, but for general people, is in games can change radically different within a year or so. Sometimes things change, ideas get dropped, they try things out and they get ditched or whatever. So,
yeah,
again...
Like, for example, Prey 2. We had a big trailer about it. We went to Game Fest, they were showing it off, really proud of Prey 2.
Yeah,
no fucking work. That was back in 2010, mind you.
Yeah, that just sort of died an awful death. I mean, the list goes on, like Rayman 4, there were 2 Rayman 4s, one with Michel Ancel, another company, then that dissolved.
Then Rabbids came around, then Rayman came back, and that's kind of,
Exactly. And then even like, again, Worms pointing out, Worms from here, there was going to be a Call of Duty ripoff called Crawl of Duty, and that was in a small development time, but that eventually just disappeared eventually.
I would have played that. I think it'll be 10 times better than Garden Warfare.
And well, it fits better with Worms, weirdly. But anyway.
Next point is, there's an exclusive Wii U title that is currently on hold as Sega has shifted the team to working on Digital Sonic 25 as they want it finished by this year to be polished for the anniversary. No idea. The exclusive Wii U title is just an extended part of Generations of Colors billed as Sonic Colors Generation, which is a bunch of extra missions and stuff. The core game is, for the most part, the same, warts and all. I'm not too sure of Wii U title, but I can see the idea of porting. Like, we had Lost World on PC, so Colors on PC could be a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, Sega's been doing well with PC ports at the minute. That's
and they actually became like the 6th best publisher of 2015.
Yeah, I actually saw like a Metacritic thing saying they were like one of the top publishers and came in silly.
The thing is, though, they published a lot of games. They didn't actually develop. They only developed one game in the entire year.
Yeah, that's true. Again, that's the difference between the developer and the publisher. But either way, you know.
So taken from this, we can only take it with a pinch of salt on this one because what benefits this being could potentially be real is A, they're talking about 20th anniversary game back in 2014. B, it predicted Sonic Runners before anyone knew about it. Sonic Runners was a name thrown around. No one knew what it was going to be about other than a mobile game. But nothing was concrete until about, like I said, November that year. Yeah. So with this little hint that Sonic Runners was kind of predicted before any announcements, could the 20th anniversary game of Sonic going through Sega worlds like Burning Rangers, Puyo Pop, could this potentially be anything? Because the last announcement of a game coming out was the 3DS part of the 3D Classic games, which was already released in Japan. So the announcement coming to the West was kind of a fucking cock tease.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of teasers, though, not without cock.
No.
Sorry about that, Joe. Anyway, recently on the social media side of Sonic, there's been these little videos and little pics popping up, and each one of them has had like these numbers popping up, suggesting maybe the date of the announcement or the game's initial, coming out or whatever. That's at the minute. It's just a cat and mouse game, basically seeing who can figure it out first. But also, it's worth mentioning that if you look on like the banners, like a lot on the Facebook pages, they have the image of Green Hill Zone, which you have the 2D pixelated version and the 3D one, and they even have an image of classic, modern, and Boom Sonic in there. Which, again, for me, I had this idea of whether or not the game was going to be sort of a strange, like you said, going to different worlds. Would it be you go to these different worlds and there's like Generation style, there's two versions. There is the classic pixelation look, and then there's the full 3D look of it as well.
Yeah.
So again, I'm thinking if this was going to be like a strange Sonic going for a multi-universe type thing in Sega terms, it would be interesting to do it as in you play as classic Sonic in pixelated form in these worlds, but there's also the switch over. You get to play it as modern or Boom Sonic, for instance, depending if that's what they want to do.
Depending. It'll be interesting to see what they do. But then there's also the final two parts was a possible part or merger of Colors with Generations, and the exclusive Wii U title that is just out of nowhere.
I'm kind of hoping, partly, is in whatever the next Sonic game is, I'm hoping it's going to be a full multi-platform game because I know obviously
definitely. But with the tech specs of the PS4 and Xbox One being similar and much more powerful to the Wii U, it won't be as a one-to-one. Like I'm pretty sure there'll be like a Wii U game that's exclusive, which may get a PC port later. And Xbox One and PS4 on the PC will have their own Sonic game, which again I know is going to piss off a lot of people. Then again, Generations did the same thing.
Exactly. I mean, that's kind of the thing, partly because weirdly enough, if you look at the Lego games, for instance, they're on everything,
Because it's very simple. With Sonic, it depends on what they're going to take advantage of. And knowing Sega with when Unleashed came out, that looked fucking beautiful on the HD systems. The Wii, not so much, because all the cutscenes were ripped directly from the HD versions and just compressed.
Yeah, but still, I like to think that with the Wii U, I don't think it's that underpowered. Like it can't handle the same, probably not graphically, but gameplay. I think it could easily be the same thing.
Oh, definitely. But I don't have a Wii U. You do. I definitely want one. But at the same time, I've got access to a PS4 and the idea of playing a Sonic game on a PS4 with what can be achieved with it, especially looking at what Batman looks like. I'm
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
looking forward to the idea. Looking forward to traveling through skies of Acadia. Because I guarantee you play that on the PS4 graphics, that'll look fucking gorgeous. But other than
Yeah.
that, this is just a 4chan post. So take it with a pinch or even a heaping amount of salt.
Yeah, just be cautious because it's very easy to go ultra hype on one thing on one part of a website, then when it finally comes out and you know the real truth of it.
Yeah, and the idea of making Generations 2 is fucking stupid.
Yeah, but like we said before, if you are going to do an anniversary type game, again, a celebration, what we heard of this idea and what we kind of think of it, it sounds good and we're okay with it. But that said, what the real thing is going to be, I'd rather it be a brand new game in itself.
Yeah, Adventure 2, 06. 06,
But bad.
06 was bad, yes, but it was an original game.
I know, but the point is like we want an original new game, but obviously we want the same quality as Colors Generations and Lost World there. That's the main thing we want from that. Because I'm going to tell this great story, because the other day I was in Leeds at this thing called Super Retro Game Fair, and while I was looking around, somebody was looking at a bunch of Xbox games, 360 games, and the parent with his two daughters was looking around, and they were looking at two Sonic games. One of them was 06, one being Unleashed, and they were both looking at it, and I overheard them saying, okay, well, which one do you want? And I sort of looked at it and said, sorry, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm just figuring out which game to get from the girls. It's like, well, they'll get them that one. It's like, why, what's wrong with that one? It's like, well, should I give them the full story, or should I just basically give them the brief? It takes ages for anything to happen in that game, and also it's not fun to play that much. So I said, where's the Unleashed one? It's like, okay, in this one, you get to play stuff quicker, and it's a bit more of a laugh, really. And he basically said, okay, all right. And he bought it there. And ironic, I like to think in a weird way, whatever that man is, one of his daughters, I'm hoping they're having the time of their life for that game. But
unless a lot of those people actually really do enjoy playing bad games.
I know, but that said, I like the idea to think that I managed to I helped that man not pick a shit game for his kids. I like to think that. So wherever you are, whatever your name is, I'm hoping I picked the right choice for you.